very intriguing. Here we see the default on its party bus, looking for somewhere to drop. Doesn't know where to drop, so it will drop Tilted Towers. Yes, that seems like a good spot. No default has ever survived Tilted Towers until now. The young default forgot to thank the bus driver and feels very, very guilty about doing it. He sees another default with him and he is very, very excited. But he is on the enemy team, so he might die from him. Because it's a cruel world after all. Oh yes. The young default has found an AR, and he can also hear someone up above him, and he's scared, so he hid under the closet. Under the staircase. Default is hearing noises that he doesn't want to hear. Ah yes. Very scary for the young default. He is going upstairs now. The default hears very close noises. And he is scared and afraid in the corner. Oh yes, the young default killed a man. The young default is very, very proud of himself for killing the other default. But he is very scared because he can hear noises outside of the door. Very, very scary for a default. Very, very scared. The young default wants to hide, but he also wants to get those kills. The default doesn't know what to do with himself, so he just runs downstairs very, very quietly. The default hears shotgun noises and is scared. The default makes his way down the bottom to where he makes his way out of the tower and into the big wide world. A big wide road. Yes, that's what as I said. Okay. The default runs, and runs to find more weapons. Oh, and he sees someone climbing. Hopefully he didn't see the young default. It's fine though, because the young default has two... Oh wait, no, the young default has found more loot for him to take. Realizing it's not that good loot, he runs away to find more loot. Or to find someone else to kill. The young default thinks he's alone, but he probably isn't. The young default hears scary noises coming far ahead. The young default hopes he doesn't get headshot, or worse,
Boom, headshot.
jumped by a better player that just wants those sweet, sweet kills. Realizing that the young default doesn't like bursts. Oh god, the young default runs away scared because he ran into zombies and he doesn't like zombies. The young default has found a better weapon than a burst, because the young default doesn't like bursts. The young default tries to hide from anybody and everything as possible. Because the young default cannot build, he doesn't bother breaking trees, because he knows he won't use them. Unless it's get to a really cool place. But it's fine, because the young default is safe and sound. Oh Jesus, Germany crickets. The young default is walking along the road, and while he gets attacked by zombies. Very, very scary. But it's fine, because the young default finds a chest with nothing good in it. So he takes the ammo from it and runs away. Oh, wait. Oh, I know, never mind. The young default thought he saw, or even worse, heard other players breaking, but no. Oh wait, no, the zombies see him. He has to defend himself with every means necessary. Very, very scary for the young default. He runs away very, very scared, because there's a zombie right on his butt. Whoa, 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 whoa. The young default thought he heard another player, but it was just his imagination. Young default eats some shrooms to get his shields up, so he can survive longer in a fight. Young default is confident that he will win this game, because there's only 13 other players left. The The young default sees a man-made structure made from another player, which gets him very, very concerned if there is another player about. He goes checking it out and it has nothing, but he has to be quick to get into the circle or he might die from the storm. As the young default has full shields and full health, he is very confident in winning this game. It'll be his first ever solo game as a default because, well, he's a default. The default comes across a conundrum trying to get past the zombie cube thing. Tries turning back, but realizes that the storm's slowly coming in from behind. The young default eats a cube and starts running for his life because he is getting chased by zombies. Very, very scary for a default. Very, very scary. Oh. The young default is very, very scared because he can hear gunshots up ahead. He realizes that they're fighting zombies, so he lets the zombies take damage off of him just so he can steal the kill for himself, giving him 2 kills. But he has to be very, very sneaky with this because the player might catch him. Well, and nobody wants that, do they? Oh yes. The young default has killed another player, but has to run away very, very fast. The young default has obtained a weapon, which is a sniper. Very, very useful for someone that can't aim and shoot. The zombies keep chasing him, so the young default runs away because he is a scared little wuss. Oh, the young default hears another gunshot up ahead. He doesn't want to engage because he just fought someone, and it's very, very scary. But he will build up and try and face this foe without dying. Oh, and the young default killed another person. But he is getting chased by zombies. Very, very scary. The young default has 7 other people to take care of before he can win this Fortnite game. Oh dear God. Oh, absolute dear God. The zombies keep chasing him, and it is very, very scary. The default is very, very scared because he doesn't know what to do with himself. He sees explosions in front of him, so he pulls out a sniper to try and get a good headshot or 2. I just realized that the other player can see me. Oh no, 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 no! The young default dies and comes 6th place with 3 kills.
Ah.
The young default is very, very proud of himself, but he is also dead, so he can't really be proud of himself.